If you are trying to understand how it is that the creator economy has created so many full-time business owners, people who are able to actually sustain themselves, make a living, creating content and sharing it with a thriving, dedicated, loyal audience, this is the show for you. It's Nez Nation Live. You don't want to miss this. This could be the show that changes your life and your business, and I'm not saying that in a dramatic fashion. Come back and I'll explain more. Welcome everybody to another edition of Nez Nation Live Office Hours with yours truly. I am your personal branding coach, executive career coach, content creator, business owner, live streamer, podcaster. I mean, the list goes on and on. It's so great to see you. If you're new to this show, everything about this platform, everything that we try to bring you over here at Professor Nez is trying to help you to really inspire you in this creator economy to grow your impact and your income online, because this is where everything is happening. This is where hiring is happening. This is where purchasing is happening, shopping is happening, banking is happening, really communication, community building. Everything is happening here in this ecosystem. So whether you're a professional, whether you're a content creator, whether you're a business owner, this show really aims to show you, I'm living proof of this, that you too can actually sustain yourself, take care of your family. This is not coconuts and yachts. This is not some false fantasy that all you need to do is buy my course, or all you need to do is watch this show and you're going to be a millionaire. How many people in the chat right now could use an extra $500 a month? Let me hear you say, yeah. Wow, we got a lot of people here in the chat. Great to see you guys. I'll do a roll call in just a second. Dave Heatherly, good to see you. Matthias, good to see you. Imad. We got Lewis, the best mod squad in the house. Brian in the house. Hey, what's up, Ender, over on Periscope? Good to see you. Nano in the house. Good to see you guys. The name of this show, the title of this show, usually what we do, and by the way, there is a pinned comment in the chat down below. This is my first time going live on Amazon as well. So great to see you guys. Chris Stone on Amazon. Great to see you. Oh, yeah, this is my first time. I'm so excited. Please share this out. I'd really appreciate it. I want, what we usually do here on this show is I have, brought my decades of experience creating content. I run a branding agency where me and my wife help executives and we help business owners brand themselves online so they can earn more, grow faster, and stress a whole lot less. I've been able to accrue multiple streams of revenue through my content. One of them being my personal branding digital consulting agency with my wife. Content has been the engine for that business. Never mind all the other revenue streams like affiliate marketing, digital products. Hey, how about physical products too? You can find this on my merch shelf over on YouTube if you're watching this on YouTube. There's memberships. We have a membership program. We have, not only do we have physical products, we have digital informational products. There's so many ways to do this, and consulting is just one way that, content has really been the engine for how I've been able to, reduce my course load. I still teach at the university, and as much as I love teaching and working with young people, the bureaucracy that goes on at these universities could drive a crazy man nuts. And so really today's show, Content Marketing 2021, how you can build a loyal audience. I want to first define what I mean by content marketing, because I think a lot of you guys think that content marketing is, you have to go live, you have to create a bunch of videos, you have to start a YouTube channel, you've got to create videos on Instagram, LinkedIn. Not necessarily. I know a lot of you guys might think, by the way, let me know in the comments, what is your definition of content marketing? I'd really love to hear from you. You don't even have to really be creating content from scratch, whether it's audio, whether it's video, whether it's the written word. I'm going to talk to you about so many ways that you can get yourself out there. But really, I want to define, first of all, what content marketing is. And so this is, hey, good to see you, Jim, over on Amazon. Great to see you guys. This is my first time going live on Amazon, so I'm really, really excited. And thank you so much, Chris. Chris just said, reminder, make sure you always highlight while you're live. Okay, very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I'm highlighting right now. Let me know if you can see that. Thank you so much, Chris. I'm super excited because one of the streams of revenue that I mentioned is affiliate marketing, where you actually building a loyal audience, you actually provide, I'm going to tell you how to do that with your content. You earning trust from your community is a great way to say, hey, I can be a mediary. I can tell you what I would recommend for you to take your online business to the next level, to take your content to the next level, to take your career to the next level, to take your brand to the next level. And, one of the things that's so powerful, if you've been paying attention to previous shows, and if you're watching this for the first time, if you're new to me, I've had experts like Chris Stone and Jim Fuse, Chris Giles. I don't know if Chris Giles is in the house. I've had a lot of great Amazon Live experts come on and talk about how they are building not only amazing brands, not only amazing authority, but they're actually making money. And so, if you're watching this on Amazon Live, I've highlighted a product right now and all of those products in that carousel. And if you're interested at all, because I get this question all the time, Nez, what microphone do you use? Nez, what lighting do you use? First of all, I just want to say this. You don't need to purchase anything. If you're new to content creation, because I know a lot of you are, let me know, by the way, in the chat. Give me a 1 in the chat if, you're kind of new to the content creation game, you're new to creating in general. Give me a 1 in the chat if you're kind of brand new and you're a little bit intimidated, or maybe even just it's a little overwhelming. Like, well, I don't know what to do, because this show is for you, but it's also for the advanced content creator too. Okay? And you're watching Office Hours with yours truly, Professor Nez. I am your personal branding coach. Content, I really identify as a content creator more than anything else. And don't get it twisted, y'all. Being a content creator is a business owner. You are a business owner when you're a content creator. Because why I talk about the creator economy, thank you so much, George. Why I talk about the creator economy all the time is because this is the best time to really do what you love, do what you feel is your purpose, and make really decent, sustainable money doing it. I don't like to preach false fantasies. I don't like to be very exaggerated in results. You see a lot of these people, I call it the coconuts and yachts syndrome. I was talking to Chris and Jim on their show. Thank you for your honesty, Matt. I appreciate that. And, I really want to advocate that pragmatic things, pragmatic tools and ways that you can make money with your content. And by the way, this is still a live Q&A. I want to actually talk a little bit about content marketing and how you can build your loyal audience, but there is a questionnaire form. If you're watching this on Amazon, there's a questionnaire form on YouTube. If you go over to youtube.com/Professor Nez, you can ask your question. If you're watching this on Amazon, leave your question in the chat. I am monitoring the chat on Amazon. And if you're, because I get this question all the time, I go, Nez, where do you get your microphone? Where do you get your lights? What do you take with you when you're doing your content on the go, on the run? What about tripods? What about, external hard drives? All these things that help me with ease. Because let me be very clear. I am not a technical person. Mr. Camera Junkie Lewis, my main mod in the house. Actually, I talked to Chris yesterday, who helped me with Amazon Live. Jim's helped me a lot with Amazon Live. I am not a technical person. I've been creating content for decades, but I am not a technical person. And so if I can do this and put on hopefully a decent professional looking, not only live stream podcast show, but also with my other content, my pre-recorded content, my vertical content, my 16:9 content, my horizontal content, you can too. And so I get this question all the time. In the description of this video, if you're watching this on Amazon, you already see the carousel there. But in the description of this video is my Amazon influencer storefront. And those are the products that I vouch for. 95% of those products I've used myself. The other 5% highly vetted, and I've really done a good job of making sure those are high quality products, and they're all very affordable. So those of you who put a 1 in the chat, if you're curious about maybe going deeper, if you're curious about maybe adding a little more dynamic, look, feel, professionalism to your content, very affordable, very easy, because I get your questions all the time. Nez, what do you use? It's all in the description. Nez, what live stream software do you use? It's all in the description of this video and in the show notes on the podcast. So make sure you go check them out because, and by the way, full disclosure, do I get a small commission if you purchase any of those products? Yes, but here's the cool thing. And let me look at you very seriously. This is why I love affiliate marketing. And we're going to talk about content marketing and how that relates. It doesn't cost you an extra penny. If you're looking to buy a camera, lighting, audio, external drives, a tripod, anything that helps you create content, okay? If you're looking to get that stuff anyway, by using my link, it doesn't cost you 1 penny more, and you support me and you support this channel. That's why I love affiliate marketing. It's a win-win. I get to communicate value to you and say, I vouch for this microphone. I vouch for this Sony camera. I vouch for these Elgato lights. I'm going to highlight another product here. These Elgato lights I absolutely love. Let me highlight another product here on Amazon. These are the exact lights that I use. They're all done through Bluetooth. You can adjust the volume, the temperature, the Kelvin temp. You can adjust how bright or dim, all through remote. Okay, I'm highlighting that product right now, the Elgato key light on Amazon Live. Again, these are all located in the links in the description below. Nez, why are you focusing on Amazon? Why are you focusing on affiliate marketing? Because if you're a new content creator, all of you who put a 1 in there, and I think a lot of you advanced content creators, this is probably the path of least resistance to making money today. Because I have to be very clear with you. The first thing you need to understand, content marketing 2021, if you want to build a loyal audience, which your audience is the leverage. Even if you're just like, Nez, I don't want to build a business. I don't want to make money. I have a happy job. I'm happy doing what I do. Content is just a fun thing for me. All the power to you. Fantastic. If it's just a fun thing for you, all the power to you. But why are you posting it publicly if everything I'm going to talk about applies? Because if you're just doing it for kicks and giggles, then you don't need to post it publicly if it's just a creative outlet. Because I respect that. I respect that vehemently. But if you're posting it publicly, you can still do it for kicks and giggles. You can still do it for fun. But I'm assuming the reason you're posting it on these platforms and posting it for the open forum, the open public that is the internet, the peoples of the internet, everything that I'm saying applies. I'm assuming you'd want to build a loyal audience. And so I'm going to focus a lot on audience because your audience is the leverage. That's why the title of this stream is how to build a loyal audience with your content. Hey, good to see you. Good to see you, Levi in the house. Good to see you. We got a lot of great people. Make sure you hit that like button, y'all, and share this out, because sharing is caring. And so I'm very, the glasses came off. That's right. The glasses came off, Chris. You saw that. Absolutely. So content marketing 2021, what is it? Content marketing is, to me, really the the parent of personal branding, okay? Because if you're a business owner, which content creator constitutes as a business owner, if you're a professional looking to build your authority, advance your career, earn more money, grow faster, stress less, this applies. Content marketing is a way to humanize your brand. It's a way to three-dimensionalize who you are. And it's also communicating. I want somebody to write this down in the chat. Give me a hashtag this. It's also communicating relevancy. Put a hashtag relevancy in the chat right now if you feel me. One of my mods, put that in there. Relevancy is huge. Priyanka, good to see you on LinkedIn. Thank you so much for joining us. Jonathan's in the house, another one of our main mods. Really appreciate that. Thank you, Jonathan. Good to see you. I just highlighted another product too on Amazon Live, which is the Shure SM7B. Now, here's an example of what I'm talking about. I'm not actually using the Shure SM7B. I'm using the Apogee Audio Tech, but this is a microphone that I vouch for. This is a microphone that I've personally used in the past, and it's also a microphone that I know has great credibility, authority, and it has a great sound. So I recommend that product. I vouch for that product. Okay? So that's something. Thank you so much. Luxury Hybrid, I got your question too, by the way. Your question is going to be first up when we do the Q&A. So Luxury Hybrid, don't go anywhere. I see you. Great to see you. Thank you for being here. Martin, good to see you. Hey, how you doing, brother? Good to see Martin in the house. We got all the great peeps in the house. Make sure you hit that like button and share this out. I would really, really appreciate it. It's a way of humanizing your brand. Now, a lot of people think there's three major kind of buckets of content marketing. One is, and also let me say this too. I apologize. I'm jumping the gun. I'm so excited to see you guys. It's Nez Nation Live, y'all. This is the best live stream show on planet Earth. Not Earth, Earth with an F. Let me say this too. You can do content marketing in a very organic fashion as well. You know, if you're a business owner, if you're a creative professional, if you're an executive, if you're a content creator, what have you, there is power in paid traffic, right? We all need traffic and we all need conversion. I've talked about this many times. Content marketing is a great way to build that sort of, audience and that loyal, following in an organic way. Okay? In a natural, I don't want to say natural, but in a non, a very cost-effective way. I mean, time is money, so it does take time. And we can talk about growing teams and hiring people as well. Although if you're just starting out, I would highly recommend that. I do all my content myself, okay? And I, have a pretty good business. I mean, I'm very lucky. Multiple streams of revenue, and I talk about that all the time. The creator economy is amazing. But I would highly recommend, especially if you're starting out, to really execute this on your own when you're starting out, and then you can develop and build as you grow, just like any business. It's a way of humanizing your brand. And a lot of people think that there's three buckets. Audio, podcasting, Clubhouse is a great way for content marketing. Because again, the definition of content marketing is putting a face, putting a voice, three-dimensionalizing. You're not just a degree, a diploma, a resume. You're not just your certificates. You're not just your job. You're not just a, 35-year-old male who lives in, Chattanooga, Tennessee. You're not a demographic. You're not a statistic. Content marketing is a way of bringing you to life. And when you come to life, I'm telling you, this works all the time. Okay, I'm a big proponent of video content. I'm a big proponent of audio content. It's not that I'm not a big proponent of written content. There's plenty of sites like Medium. I mean, Twitter is almost like the modern day version of content blogging because you can really create a powerful brand on Twitter just through written content, right? You're creating content. If you provide value for an audience, doesn't matter what the form is. But here's something I want to talk about before we get to the next one, okay? Here's another microphone too, by the way, if you're on Amazon Live. And if you're wondering if you're on YouTube, LinkedIn, or Facebook, Nez, what are you talking about? The link in the description. I get all your emails and your DMs. Nez, what microphone, what camera, what lighting, what tripod, what external drive? What do you use to save? What software do you use? What editing? It's all in the description. Go to my Amazon storefront, my Amazon shop, which let me actually share the link to that. Just in case. It's so great to see you guys on Amazon Live. Chris and Jim, you guys rock. If you missed our previous shows, holy macadamia nut. Chris and Jim were on the show very recently, and they just dropped absolute wisdom grenades. Give me a hashtag wisdom grenades in the chat. I want to talk about content curation. How many people know what content curation is? Let me know in the chat. This is a part of content marketing. This is a part of building a loyal audience, and it has nothing to do with actually creating original content. Holy macadamia nut. Nez, what are you talking about? Have you heard of content curation? Content curation. That's what I want to talk about before I get into the stuff that I love, which is video, right? Audio content, Amazon live streaming content. That's what I want to talk about. Luxury Hybrid says, is it niching down? Not necessarily, although we need to talk about that because it's very important. Thank you so much, Imad. Good to see you. Hashtag wisdom grenades. Thank you. Really appreciate you. So content curation, have you ever followed an account because they always shared really relevant, very helpful, informative, maybe entertaining content from other creators? Give me a 1 in the chat. If you've ever followed somebody, if you've ever been, it's almost like you're kind of like a newsletter, right? That's content creation in a sense, like kind of like a newsletter where, you know, you put together and compile information in a curated fashion for a very specific targeted audience. Let me know in the chat if you have ever followed somebody. They didn't create, and maybe you didn't even realize it, but they didn't create 1 ounce of original content, but they always shared amazing, relevant articles, videos, blog posts, maybe even live streams, maybe even podcasts, quotes, memes, anything at all that you were like, wow, I really like the way this individual. Well, by the way, guess what? If you do that, or if you follow somebody who does that, that is content marketing as well. We don't talk enough about this. Oh, no, you got to create video. Oh, no, you have to go live. Oh, no, you have to do a podcast. Oh, no, you have to do a blog. You have to have a website. Not necessarily. Oh, perfect example. Perfect example. Thank you so much, Imad. Evan Carmichael. Holy mackerel. He has built an entire empire curating other people's content. If you don't know who Evan Carmichael is, he was on the show about a year and a half ago, maybe when I did my live at Vid Summit 2019. Evan Carmichael is a true gentleman, and he does share some original content, but he is primarily known, his channel, Evan Carmichael, he is primarily known for being kind of like this awesome DJ who, compiles and puts together all sorts of content from other people and then spins it and mixes it for his audience. He's made an absolute, empire out of that. I mean, I'm not even talking, like 6 figures or 5 figures, which I know a lot of us would love that. I'm talking multiple 7-figure empire just by curating content. Because the reason I'm focusing on this, guys, is because I know a lot of you guys, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to highlight the green screen too, which I don't actually have the green screen, but on Amazon Live right now, I'm highlighting the Elgato green screen. It is so beautiful, compact, so easy to use. Check that out on Amazon Live right now. And also, I need to actually share. What I'm going to do right now is one of the banners I'm going to share here. One of the banners I'm going to share here is my Amazon shop, which is in the link. Don't worry, but I just wanted to share this as well. So a lot of people think that it's you have to have you have to have you have to create your own content. You have to have a fancy camera. You have to have fancy audio. You have to have, even if you're just creating content on your phone, you have to constantly drive yourself crazy creating content. Now, lucky for me, I absolutely love creating content. I eat, sleep, and breathe content. Not only has it been the engine for all of my businesses, all of my streams of revenue, but I actually love it. I know a lot of you guys, it can be overwhelming, and maybe you're not into it, and maybe it should come down to content curation. Maybe you're really good at identifying powerful audio content, video content, blogs, articles, LinkedIn articles, quotes, memes, etc. And you know how to DJ, spin that, and share it with your audience like Evan Carmichael did and does. That is a powerful way to content market. So that's fantastic. Yes, they did, Computer Pal. Thank you, Computer Pal. Thank you so much on Amazon Live. Great to see you, man. Or, well, man, I don't know if you're, it doesn't matter to me if you're a woman or man. Sorry, I apologize. Good to see you, though, Computer Pal. Great to see you. Yeah, I'm live on Amazon Live for the very first time, and it's all because of these guys. It's all because of these guys right here. Chris Stone and Jim Fuse came on my show recently, and I want to give a big shout out. Hey, Chris, the glasses are coming off. I'm going to take your questions, too. There's still a pinned questionnaire in the comments. In the comments and in the description. I'm actually luxury hybrid. I got your question already lined up, so stick around. This is still a live Q&A, but I really, I haven't done a nice kind of almost like a master class on a live stream in a while, and content has changed my life. Content marketing has changed my life and my business forever, and it can for you too. That's why I'm mentioning content curation. That's why I'm mentioning my Amazon shop. Because every product that I've displayed for you guys, every product that I vouch for personally, are products that have helped me become a greater, much more professional looking content creator. And I think that's important. First, I always advocate start with what you have. Start with your phone because your phones are amazing. As you progress and as you start seeing the money pour in, you start seeing maybe your clients and customers get more leads with your content. Holy macadamia nut, everything changes. But I want to say this really quickly about Jim and Chris. I said this on their show too. Pardon me, I need some water. Hey, good to see you, Tasha and Angie in the house. Yeah. Now we can start. Now the party can start. Angie's in the house. Tasha Hart is in the house. Great to see you guys. Good to see you, Nano. I want to say something about Chris and Jim really fast. Not only are these gentlemen consummate professionals and just amazing, amazing content creators, but they're also amazing human beings, okay? They didn't have to go out of their way and help me get set up on Amazon Live. I've had my Amazon storefront for ages. For over a year now. I got inducted into the Amazon Influencer Program. There's my shop. Again, there's a link in the description. Go to amazon.com/shop/Professor Nez. Or if you just search on Google, if you just literally clicked on, the link is in the description, but if you just went on Google and typed in Amazon Professor Nez, my shop will be the first on search as well. But Chris and Jim, not only are they amazing content creators, and they understand content marketing better than 99% of people I know, but they also are amazing human beings. And so Content Marketing 2021, How You Build a Loyal Audience, I would go check out Chris and Jim's show, Dealcasters Live on Amazon. And feel free, Chris and Jim, maybe one of my mods can share a link to the show where I had them on as guests on the live stream podcast. Maybe Lewis or Jonathan, you could share the link. I'd really appreciate that. Or Nano, some of the mods there. Chris, spent an exorbitant amount of time sending me DMs, helping me step by step. I wouldn't be live on Amazon without him. Jim spent, an exorbitant amount of time through Facebook messaging, helping me. Here's the thing, if you want to grow, if you want to increase your impact and income online, the number one thing above everything else is you just have to help people, period. You want to build a loyal audience? Be of service. It's not about you. It's not about you. I want to repeat that. If you want to grow your impact and income online, this is the greatest era to be alive. Look, I'm almost 50. If you're, in your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, holy macadamia nut. If you're in your 20s and 30s and you're not married yet, holy macadamia nut times 10. This is the greatest time to create such a powerful platform that you believe in, where you're not beholden to anybody else and you can make real sustainable income with. It's never been better, y'all. It's never, ever been better. And Chris and Jim are exemplary to this. They have gone, way far and beyond my expectations. And the last thing I'm going to say, glasses are coming off. You know, when I take the glasses off, I mean business. Not business, I mean business. Hey, good to see you, Computer Pal. Hey, thank you, Computer Pal. You know, my wife says I'm mentally 8, which she's probably right. I feel young, even though, I'm getting up there. I really believe it's all about feeling. I can't play tennis the way I used to, obviously. I used to be able to play 12 hours of tennis and not even break a sweat. Now, if I play 2 hours, I need like 9 ibuprofens. But anyway, I'm not advocating drugs. Please don't demonetize me, YouTube. But anyway, I've been around a lot of content creators because I've been doing this for a very, very long time. And I've been around a lot of quote unquote influencers for a very, very long time. Jim and Chris are the real deal. I've seen a lot of fakers. I've seen a lot of people, say that they're for the community and say all sorts of things, say that they want to help. But when, they're offline and you actually do, put them to the test, they fail miserably. Chris and Jim are exemplary in the sense that not only do they have an amazing brand, but they are who they are online or offline. And so my hat's off to you, Chris and Jim. Make sure you go check them out because they are phenomenal. That's right. That's right, Chris. Thank you so much, Nano. Yeah, that's the link to the show. Really appreciate that, Computer Pal. Thank you so much, Jonathan. I appreciate it. Thank you, Angie. Great to see you guys. So not only is content marketing a way to humanize your brand, but it's actually something that I think is a necessity in today's era, because as much as I believe in paid traffic, okay, we're living in an era now. I said content marketing is the mother to personal branding. We're living in an era now that if you're a business, small, large, medium, what have you, and your Facebook ad feels like an ad, they're going to skip it. They're going to pass it over. We're living in an era now. If your TikTok ad feels like an ad, you're not going to get any traction. Content marketing is a way of accelerating trust. I want you to write that down. Content marketing is a way of accelerating trust. Now, I'm all about video because video marketing to me is the most powerful way, especially with vertical video now, shorts, Instagram Reels, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn video. LinkedIn just added creator mode. The creator economy is alive and well. But if you're not good with video, there's so many other ways to skin that cat, which is why I mentioned content curation. Content curation is a great way to build your brand. It's a great way to build authority. It's a great way to build a loyal audience that you can monetize. And a lot of people look at that as a negative. Like, why would you want to monetize your audience? Why would you want to, look, we all need to pay the bills, y'all. We all need to put food on the table. I got 2 kids. I got a wife who likes really nice things. I've got a mortgage. We all got to, and your audience knows this. They understand this. They appreciate all the time, energy, and work you put in. A lot of people think I just go live and say, whoa, here we go. A lot of people don't understand that just getting the studio ready, doing all the marketing, doing all the promotion, all the research, making sure I give you valuable information that's not just coming out of thin air, but it's actually verifiable, it's data backed, it's actually pragmatic. This stuff takes eons, hours and hours and hours of time and energy. Your audience appreciates that. If you bring the goods, your audience will appreciate that. One of my very first cameras I ever used, okay, I'm highlighting the Logitech Brio. Again, if you're not on Amazon Live, you can't see the product, but I've got my shop there, which is a link in the description. You can also go check out any of the stuff that I vouch for. There's tons of idea lists. I've got my live streaming essentials, my on the road essentials, my video, my podcasting, content creation essentials, a bunch of great lists. I even have an idea list of books that have changed my life, because I get that question a lot from my students. Amazing books that have changed my life and my business. Thank you so much, Luxury Hybrid. That's absolutely right. And so, again, accelerating that trust. Oh, thank you so much, Chris. Chris just bought me a coffee. Thank you so much, Chris. I really appreciate it. That was not necessary at all. Thank you so much, Chris Stone. I really appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Yeah. Bitness and Earth. That's right. Oh, thank you, man. You didn't have to do that. That's very, very nice of you and sweet of you. And so I'm going to get to questions. And Luxury Hybrid, I got your question first, but this is what I kind of wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about, Nez, how do you do it? It's one thing to have, a skill set. It's one thing to have a solution to your audience's problem. It's one thing to have a great product or service. How do you get it out there? Content marketing, in my view, in my personal and professional opinion, is the best way to do it. And, if you have questions regarding that, please leave them in the questionnaire form. If you're on Amazon, please make sure that you leave them in the chat. I am monitoring the chat on Amazon Live. I'm so excited. So much more to come on Amazon. Amazon viewers, if you're watching, listening to this right now or on the replay, I got so much more for you. I'm going to be bringing you product review videos, a whole bunch of stuff, all thanks to Chris and Jim, who inspired me. And this is what my platform's all about too. I want to inspire you, hopefully, inspire you to grow your impact and your income online. So let's take questions, because this is a live Q&A. And if you're just joining us, welcome to Office Hours with yours truly. We go live every single Sunday. Okay. We go live every single Sunday, 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Eastern time. We go live on YouTube, Amazon. We're going to definitely do it. LinkedIn, Facebook. We go live, and we also have a podcast too. I don't know if you guys realize this, but we also do have a podcast. That's what the logo looks like. It's Personal Branding 101, Nez Nation Live. We're number one in our niche on Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. We're everywhere. So if you want to listen to these shows, podcast listeners, if you're listening right now, I always want you to be here live with us, but I understand Sundays, and I understand life gets in the way. I understand a lot of people go to church. I understand. Which, by the way, I might change times because of everything that's happening with fall, and schools are opening up, and the kids are actually getting back into sports. That's a whole nother episode. But if you don't know, go check out our podcast too, because it is an awesome podcast, and all of these shows end up there on the replay. So make sure you go check that out. Oh, thank you so much, Tasha. That means the world to me. Thank you so much. Tasha says, appreciate your weekly lives. So helpful. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And so leave your questions in the questionnaire form. Amazon, leave your questions in the chat. Leave your questions. It's a very simple questionnaire form. You just put your name in there and your question. It just helps me organize. And I'm going to bring up, if that's okay with you, Luxury Hybrid, I think this is a question left over from last week, especially if you have any questions about content marketing, building a loyal audience. I want you to ask me. Who's ready for Snez Nation? Because here it comes. I think the streak is broken. Lewis. Where's Sweeney? Is Sweeney here? We just had our first sneeze in a long time, I think. I'm going to put in Luxury Hybrid. This was your question from last week. Okay. And Luxury Hybrid says, what do you recommend to promote a first-time live for a channel that doesn't really get much engagement with CTA, call to action? I post polls, straight out ask questions, and it doesn't seem to be as responsive for my channel and IG as other creators. Okay, this is an amazing question. And just so I can get the full question up there, this is an amazing question. Hey, good to see you, Seti. Seti is in the house. Good to see you. Sweeney, Snez Nation for the win. Thank you. So really quickly before I get to this question, I am highlighting one of the first cameras I actually used, which is actually the C920, which is very inexpensive. By the way, all the products that I'm recommending for you on Amazon Live, these are products I personally vouch for. I left a link to my Amazon storefront in the description down below. Very affordable, practical, nothing too crazy. I really want to try to make sure that my store is, frequented with products that not only I vehemently stand behind, but are not going to break the bank. Because I truly believe you can start creating content with what you have in your back pocket. But if you want to level up, there's some small things you can do, very affordable ways you can level up, especially with tiny things like audio, maybe lighting, and maybe small tweaks you can make with your picture quality and your resolution, etc. Every streak starts at 0. Yeah. I have a question for you, Luxury Hybrid. So you say a first time live for a channel that doesn't really get much engagement with CTA. I would love for you to clarify this. Are you saying that this channel is pretty brand new, or are you saying that you don't go live a lot, and when you do go live, it doesn't seem to get a lot of viewers? Is that what you're asking me? I would love to get a little bit more context on that. Cali Reseller Lewis in the house. Good to see you. Yeah, absolutely. Computer Pal, so great to see you, man. Definitely start where you are, because that's how I started. I mean, I literally started, you guys. Let me tell you a little quick backstory. This will take 2 seconds. And Luxury Hybrid, if you're here, I'd love a little more context on this question. I used to, back in 2015, I was a early adopter of, Periscope, early adopter of Facebook Live. I really, in this kind of new era of social media in the last 5-6 years, a lot of these live streaming, Facebook Live didn't come around until I think April of 2016. Periscope was brand new, 2014, 2015. YouTube Live was brand new. So a lot of these LinkedIn Live came out in 2019. I got my start with Periscope late 2015, early 2016. I literally would use my phone and I would put it in front of a window that was bright, and I didn't have a tripod. I didn't have a mini tripod or a big tripod. I would literally use phone books or encyclopedia books and rest them against that. I even had a baby seat for one of I think it was for my daughter, that I used to hold up and just lean it against the camera. Definitely start where you are. Definitely start where you are. It's important in the beginning that you hone your craft, you hone and find and discover your voice, okay? So yeah, Computer Pal, I could not agree more. And Seti says, I started with my phone too. First got new mic, lights, then PC for editing. Yeah. Yeah, the struggle is absolutely real when you look back. Absolutely. I definitely just used what I had. I even used my MacBook Pro, my 2010-11 MacBook Pro at one point. I used the actual camera, the webcam that was built in, the audio that was built in. If you go to my YouTube channel and you filter oldest, my main channel, I now run and manage multiple channels, but if you go to my main YouTube channel and you filter, oldest videos, holy macadamia nut, you will see some catastrophes. You will see some disasters. And by the way, if you do that for any content creator, any content marketer, I'd be shocked if you didn't see the same thing. That's just how it is. That's just how it goes. Okay, Luxury Hybrid. Let's get to some questions. Okay, Luxury Hybrid says, I want to go live for the first time. All my polls, verbal, and video card are written in description, never get responded to. I've been on YT for a few years. Okay, so Hybrid. Don't worry about your polls and your cards written in the description. If you want to go live on your YouTube channel, go live. And go live with topics. You know what? I would do a live Q&A, right? I would do a live Q&A and maybe do exactly what I do. I mean, hopefully this show has been an inspiration to you. You can use this as an example. Just go live. And I know Jonathan has a lot to say about this because he's kind of in the same situation where he's using live streaming as a way to create content fast. And he's doing like webinar, real kind of informative, step by step. I even think you use a slide deck, right, Jonathan? And there's hardly anybody there like I was when I first started too. But guess what? The replay, there's a lot of value in the replay. And if you do it on YouTube and you really optimize the video well, you will get views in perpetuity for eternity. And you may be surprised if you really optimize that video appropriately, you will get, serious traction later on. YouTube is kind of slow at the beginning. It takes a while for the algorithm to kick in. But here's what I want you to do. What I want you to do is, more than anything, hey, Pudge Boys, good to see you. Great to see you, Pudge Boys, on Amazon Live. If nobody shows up, don't worry about it. Everybody's been there. Everybody's been there when nobody's shown up. You deliver the best content you can deliver, even if nobody shows up. Because the replay has a lot of value, and plus, that's how you build your craft. Just get good at going live. And I promise you, it's just like Field of Dreams. You build it, they will come. You do it consistently, they will come. Don't worry about who's there live. Don't worry about it. If you really optimize the title, thumbnail, tag, the topic is resonant with your audience, it will happen. It will grow. You will build a loyal audience. This is content marketing. This is just personal branding. It's just creating, again, the real kind of epicenter of success with your content and your business and your life and everything is, don't make it about you. You need to build it around an audience that can get something out of what you possess. What are you trying to help solve? What problems does your audience obtain? What is the solution that you can provide for them? And by the way, entertainment is a solution to a problem. If you're a comedian, if you're some type of entertainment, vlogging, prank channel, something like that, that solves a problem, by the way. Joe Schmo comes home. I said this on Chris's show, Jim and Chris's show. If Joe Schmo comes from home from work after a long, hard day, of just the grind, and your channel is a way for him to, unwind, relax, and decompress, you're solving a problem. So it doesn't have to be information. It doesn't have to be how-to. It doesn't have to be utility. Entertainment, fun, those types of channels flourish. Absolutely flourish. Don't worry if nobody shows up. Don't worry if nobody shows up. You just create the best content you can. I want you to imagine that there is hundreds of people there. Create content with the understanding that people are going to see it. Maybe not live, but they will see it eventually. And then watch what happens. If you keep doing that, if you keep just saying, you know what, I'm not going to worry about who's here live. I'm just going to do the best that I can do to create this massive content. Never mind the fact that you can repurpose your lives all over with Facebook video, LinkedIn video. You can repurpose and cut up your live into stories, shorts, TikToks. There's so much value you can get out of a live stream later on. Don't worry about who's there live. I love this comment right here. Plan for the replay. Yeah, I love that. Angie, I love it. Angie says, I did my first live with Q&As on note cards. I found questions on FBIG in my niche and quote unquote pretended I had a large audience. Fake it till you make it. Holy macadamia nut. I love that. I absolutely love that. Computer Pal says, what I like about Amazon Live is that I heard someone say it's no editing. YouTube requires a ton of editing. You can start making money. Yep. That's right. That's what I'm inspired by. You can start making money day one and don't have to wait to be monetized on YouTube. That's true. This is why, if you've been paying attention to my channel, okay, if you've been paying attention to my channel and you've been paying attention to the podcast over the last several weeks, you're going to see a consistent theme. I even, think that Amazon Live could be the biggest well-kept secret of the creator economy, because listen to what Computer Pal is saying. if you have the ability to get live on Amazon, okay, and there is an application process. I did a whole video on how you can apply and become an Amazon influencer. Maybe one of my mods can leave a link to that in the chat. I'll leave a link to it in the description. But listen to what Computer Pal is saying. Content marketing related to affiliate marketing is such a powerful path of least resistance, where you don't have to wait for 4,000 hours watch time. Exactly to your point, Computer Pal. You don't have to wait for 1,000 subscribers. You can start making money today. You can start making money today. I love that. Thank you so much, Computer Pal. And welcome to Nez Nation. Welcome to Nez Nation, Computer Pal. This is a community, a thriving community. We're bringing more. This is our mission statement. We're bringing more humanness to this digitalness as I go out of focus. Come on, Sony. What I love about our awesome, thriving community is you don't just get me, who's been doing this for decades, but look at all these amazing content creators. Look at all these amazing business owners. Look at all these amazing entrepreneurs, live streamers, podcasters, e-commerce, retailers, online retailers. I mean, you get all these amazing people. You don't just get me. Pudge Boy says, the same content I put on YouTube, I put shorter ones on TikTok, but followers don't match the amount. It's the reason why I got triple more followers on TikTok than YouTube. It's because who I follow and they allow me to follow on YouTube. Thank you, Pudge Boys. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be remiss. I'd be remiss if I didn't say that, it does require a lot of patience and a lot of hard work. Okay. I don't think that, what really pains me is to see all these channels that advocate that, oh yeah, all you got to do is just start an Amazon Live and the money pours in. Nope. All you got to do is start a YouTube channel and start posting and the money rolls in. Nope. All you got to do is, start posting on Instagram Reels or TikTok and the money rolls in. Nope. Anybody who's peddling that is somebody I would cross the street and walk in a different direction. I would run in a different direction. One thing I really, really believe in wholeheartedly is nothing is going to happen in this creator economy without hard work. Nothing is going to happen if you're not committed. Nothing is going to happen if you don't dedicate yourself to it and really visualize, I can do this, and then follow up with massive amounts of execution. I'll be honest with you, and I wasn't really planning on going here. Luxury, I hope that helps a little bit. I really do. I wasn't really planning on going there. Call me Ender on YouTube. Call me Ender. Great to see you. Good to see you, Ender. Hey, Kelly from My Vivid Life in the house. Good to see you guys. Make sure you smash that smasher, aka the thumbs up button, and please share this out because sharing is caring. We're talking about content marketing, how you can build a loyal audience with your content. Transparency. Transparency is really, really important. I really, really, really am proud of the fact that I've never, ever once, because reputation over revenue every day, any day of the week, guys. I've never, ever given any kind of false, promises or false expectations or, unrealistic expectations on my platform, on my brand. There's so much opportunity in the creator economy. There's so many ways you can do it. There's so many ways that you can actually be the arbiter of your freedom, the sovereign of your world, without being around a toxic workplace, not without being a slave to a toxic boss. There's so many ways to do it, but I'd be wrong. I'd be remiss if I didn't say it takes a ton of hard work, because it does. Look, guys, since 2015 to 2021, I've been live streaming, creating content. I've got over 400 uploads on my main channel, hundreds and hundreds of uploads on other channels. God knows 5 seasons of my podcast. And look, I'm a full-time content creator, but look, that's 6-7 years, right, of doing this literally morning, noon, and night, 7 days a week, 24/8. Do you have to do that? Of course not. Of course not. But what I'm saying is I didn't get here by accident. I didn't get here, through buying somebody's course on Instagram who's, told me in front of a yacht that all you need to do is opt into my webinar, and I'm going to teach you how to make 6 figures in less than 30 days. That's hogwash. Oh, Nalula, good to see you. Nalula, I hope I'm saying that right. Great to see you. Great to see you, Nalula. Okay, the next question. I hope that helps. I really hope that helps. Let's highlight a different product here. I really hope that helps. Here's the cam link that I use, which really helps me get this 4K quality. My capture card helps me get this 4K quality on my live stream with my Sony camera. Okay, so the next question that we have, I hope that was helpful. The next question we have is, oh, okay, cool. Another question from Dee Dee. Good to see you, Dee Dee. So Dee Dee says, how do you go live? Okay, here's her question. I'm going to post it right now. So Dee Dee says, how do you go live on Amazon and YouTube the way you're doing right now? Very good question. So the first thing you need to do is you need to download the mobile app, and then you need to apply and be able to go live on Amazon. So there's an application process. I applied through the Amazon Influencer Program because I was inducted in the Amazon Influencer Program a year and a half ago, and I was able to go live that way. So you have to apply, and just Google that if you can. But, the thing about Amazon is it's not something that I can add to StreamYard, which I'm using right now. You can't add it as a destination, a direct destination on StreamYard as of this recording. Who knows? Maybe in the future. But what you need to do is you need to use an RTMP stream link, and you can put that on your StreamYard, and then you go live on the mobile app. And I'm monitoring the chat and the product highlights. You can actually, it's so cool, Dee Dee, because you can put products from your Amazon store, from your associates account. You can put products like a little carousel. If you go to Amazon, just really quickly, because I don't want you to leave, but go check out, okay? As a matter of fact, let me actually share the link real fast in the chat. Go check this out right now. I'm actually going to share the link in the chat. Go check out how cool this looks real fast. And send me a hello over there. There's a link in the chat right there. I know it's an ugly link, but there's the link right there. Ender, you should have 1 billion followers. With your personality, you should be crushing it. I love this guy. Hey, Nez, I don't mean to steal your thunder. I'm super likable today, I think. You crack me up, man. I met Ender on Brendan Sparks' show, which Brendan, if you're watching or on the replay, tell Brendan, love Brendan. He's just phenomenal. He's a fellow service member, Jim. If you're still in the chat, Jim Fuse, who markets the Marine Corps way. Yeah, you're welcome. But yeah, there is a process. I would just say Google it too to get a little bit more, or just go to Chris Stone and Jim. They might help you. Okay, we got a question from Priyanka. A great question from Priyanka. Priyanka, are you still here on LinkedIn? Give me a hashtag yeah in the chat if you're still here on LinkedIn. By the way, guys, leave your questions in the pinned comment. There is a questionnaire form. Leave your question in there. If I don't get to it this week, I'll definitely get to it next week. First come, first serve. We go live every Sunday morning, 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, if you're just popping in, we go live every single Sunday. It's office hours with yours truly, Professor Nez. I am your key ambassador to the creator economy, helping you, inspiring you to grow your impact and your income online. You notice how I start with impact, though. It all starts with impact. If you're just chasing the money, I promise you, it's a dead end. You have to start with impact first. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So we got a great question here from Priyanka. Are you still here? I hope you're still here, Priyanka. And if you're not, hopefully you can watch this on the replay. But Priyanka says, how to create original content when it is somehow already exists on the internet and everyone is talking about it. Oh, this is so good. I'm so glad you asked this question. Yes, Priyanka is still here. Priyanka, this is so good. Thank you, Angie. I appreciate it. Leave a comment over there, Angie, if you can. Or maybe you already did. Oh, Dash is over there. Okay, Grow with Angie. Awesome. Leave a comment over there. I really appreciate it. Priyanka, this is an amazing question that's going to help all of you guys. It's going to help all of you guys. So here is the deal. I think a lot of people have this issue. Give me a 1 in the chat if you feel the same as Priyanka. Be honest, because I felt the same too when I first started years ago. This is such a good question. How do you create original content? Everybody else is talking about this topic. Everybody's talking about how to build your business. Everybody's talking about finance. Everybody's talking about cooking. There's tons of gardener influencers. How does Angie grow? How is Angie making sick money with her affiliate and brand deals? This is such a good question. So, Priyanka, the first thing I want to say is there's nothing new under the sun. You're absolutely right. Everything that can be talked about has been talked about. Every topic has been, exhausted ad infinitum, right? But here's the thing. Where the originality comes in is how you deliver it, is how you convey it with your own creativity, with your own imagination, with your own voice. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Glasses coming off. Give me a hashtag glasses off in the chat. For some reason, I get this. I need to have a shirt where I just kind of like a shirt. Any designer out there, graphic designer, t-shirt designer, DM me, okay? Nez at ProfessorNez.com. If you're a good designer, because I'm actually looking to expand the merch shelf and get some, like, Holy Macadamia Nut needs to be on a shirt. Humanness and digitalness needs to be on a shirt. So I need good designers. If you're a good designer, email me Nez at ProfessorNez.com. Email me Nez at ProfessorNez.com. That's my email. So nothing new under the sun. Glasses coming off. I need a little bit of water before I get into it because I'm about to drop some serious knowledge. Not knowledge, knowledge. That's French for knowledge. It's not French for knowledge at all. There's only one Priyanka. Thank God, by the way. There's only one Professor Nez in the history of the universe. Think about that. There's only one Professor Nez in the history of mankind. Past, present, for all time, there's only ever been one Professor Nez, and there only ever will be one Professor Nez. And I can hear my wife's voice going, thank God. There may be people similar to Professor Nez. There may be people who look almost exactly like me, maybe sound almost exactly like me. I mean, it's like, this is your twin, Nez. This dude is your twin. He's exactly like you. He talks just like you. He uses the same phrases. He uses the same da-da-da-da-da, right? Looks just like you. Same hair color. Same corona belly. But molecule for molecule, chromosome for chromosome, they're not me. They're not. They may be similar, so similar that it's almost difficult to decipher, but nobody molecule for molecule is exactly just, mirror, perfectly exact copy of you. Nobody is. So some people like going to Graham Stephan when he talks about real estate and investment. And if you look at Graham Stephan, who's got millions of followers, right? He's got a huge audience. And you're like, man, I like to talk about real estate. I like to talk about investment. You might look at that and go, wow, what can I add to that? I mean, why would I even talk about it? There's nothing I can bring that's more original than what he's doing. Incorrect. You look at Meet Kevin. Meet Kevin talks about the same exact things that Graham Stephan does, but he does it in his Meet Kevin way. So Priyanka, whatever topic or whatever idea or content that you think that person is doing that you can't add to the conversation, know this. Excuse me. Know this. You can add your own voice to it. You can add your own style to it. There's plenty of people who talk about the creator economy. There's plenty of people who talk about growing your online business, growing your online presence. There's plenty of people who talk about, advancing your career. There's plenty of people who talk about content marketing, but nobody on planet Earth in the history of the universe for all of mankind is ever going to do it the way I do it. molecule for molecule, exactamundo. Ain't gonna happen. See ya, wouldn't wanna be ya. It's just not gonna happen. It's impossible. It's literally a physical impossibility. Chris and Jim. You look at Chris and Jim, Chris Stone and Jim Fuse from Dealcasters Live. They talk about, products. They talk about media, Amazon Live, helping entrepreneurs grow. Nobody does it like they do. You look at Jim Fuse, he's doing marketing the Marine Corps way. Nobody does it the way he does. There's plenty of people talking about digital marketing. There's plenty of people talking about live streaming. There's plenty of people talking about, building brands and businesses online, but nobody does it the way they do it. And believe it or not, I know this is going to come as a shock, but there's a lot of people out there who I don't really like Nez's vibe. I know that comes as a huge shock. Give me a hashtag shock in the chat, because I'm definitely shocked by it. You know what? I don't like Nez's vibe. I like Chris and Jim's vibe. I'm going to go watch his content. I'm going to go opt in to his audience, his newsletter, his services, his products. Nobody's going to do it exactly like you. There's 7.7 billion people on this thing called Earth. 7.7 billion people. There's enough to go around. Your tribe is out there. Your people are out there. Don't worry about being original. Just be authentic. Deliver the content in the way that you can best. Provide information. You don't obviously want to copy other content creators, but what you want to do is you want to look and see. I advise clients to do this all the time. I said this on Jim and Chris's show. If you're trying to start a brand, start a business, whether it's physical products, digital products, you want to start a YouTube channel, for example, or a TikTok channel, for example. I always say this to clients, and I do this for them if they hire me. Look at 10 to 20 channels that are crushing it in your niche. Look at and examine, do your market research. What are they doing well? Why are they covering these topics? How are they, creating impact with their audience? And then you don't obviously copy them, but you be inspired by them. And you look at what they're doing, you take from that, okay, and you put your own twist on it. That's originality. I think we have a very funky definition of originality in this world that we live in today. Gonna drop 500 buckaroos on a holy macadamian shirt. I'll sign it with my blood like Tony Hawk. Have you guys seen that Tony Hawk thing where he actually have you seen that where Tony Hawk is actually putting vials of his blood on his new skateboard line? Holy mackerel. Are you kidding me right now? Look at this. I love it, Angie. Angie, you are a rock star. Angie is a rock star. I'm sitting in my new home office with my new iMac, which I haven't gotten yet, so let me know how fast it is. You've got the M1 chip in that, right? Logging all my affiliate on a chart and listening to you. I say this genuinely. Could life be any better right now? You motivate. You're the best, Angie. You motivate me. Follow Angie on Green Room. Follow Angie on Clubhouse. Follow Angie. And I mean, I have a feeling, Angie, and this is, she didn't hire me to say this, even though I'm giving her personal branding coaching advice right now. I totally believe. Yeah, I do giveaways all the time. Who is that? Yeah, I'll do giveaways. I'm not doing any giveaways today, but I've been known to do a ton of giveaways. So stick around, stay tuned, follow, subscribe. I do giveaways all the time, and I'll do that. Angie, I want to say this to you. Angie's growing a phenomenal brand revolved around her passion of gardening. But I have a funny feeling because she's such a great teacher. You listen to her on Clubhouse. You listen to her on her YouTube channel. She's such an amazing teacher, okay? And Imad, are you still here? Imad, give me a hashtag yeah if you're still here. I definitely am going to get to your question. Love your question, by the way. Let's highlight a new product here, shall we? Let's see here. Oh, yes, this is my favorite tripod that I'm actually using right now on Amazon Live, the Fopic 77-inch. Great, versatile tripod. Go ahead and check that out when you get a chance. I use it personally. I'm using it right now. Angie, you know what you're going to do in the future because you're so good at it? You know what you're going to do in the future, because you're so phenomenal at it, is you are going to start a new channel giving business advice, just like what I'm doing. You're going to start a new channel or a new platform or a new live podcast show. That would be kind of cool, actually. We call it the Clubhouse Podcast, where you, me, Jonathan, Lewis, all the great Clubhousers, anybody's invited, obviously. And we do a cool podcast talking everything YouTube, everything creator economy. Angie is a business owner. Angie is a business powerhouse. Go check out Angie's channel. Go follow her on Clubhouse and Green Room. She is phenomenal, and she's always giving, and she's always listening, and she's always just busting out straight up knowledge. Not knowledge, knowledge. What does that even mean, Nez? Nothing, but who cares? Doctor, 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 and doctor. What's that from, by the way? If somebody older than 40 has to know what that's from. Have fun. Have fun in your content. You have to have fun in your content. Luxury Hybrid, you're an absolute sweetheart. Thank you so, so much. I cannot tell you how much that means to me. Thank you so much, Dee Dee. If I'm saying that right, I hope I'm saying that right. Thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Or is that a super sticker? I'm not sure on StreamYard. I really, really appreciate that. That means the world to me. You have no idea. Super chats are appreciated, y'all. You don't have to. I'm happy to be here. I love giving away everything for free. I love helping. I love inspiring. But your super chats do support the channel, and I definitely appreciate them. Thank you so much. Thank you, Luxury Hybrid. Okay, Imad is still here. I'm going to get to your question. Yeah, Corona Belly. Look at that. Kelly got it. Chevy Chase. You know what, Kelly? I've been showing my kids, really quickly, Imad, before I get to your question. I've been showing my kids 80s movies for the past like 6-7 weeks. And if you're an 80s kid like me, if you were, I'm dating myself. Is it getting hot in here? We watched Big with Tom Hanks. Tell me your favorite 80s movies in the chat right now. Tell me your favorite 80s movie in the chat right now. We watched RoboCop. Oh my God, RoboCop. What a phenomenal, such a bad movie, but so good. It's so good, it's bad. Monty Weaver, good to see you on Amazon Live. Thank you, Monty. I appreciate it. Monty, I know you're doing phenomenal stuff on Amazon. We got to get you on the show, man. We got to get you on the show. Monty, great to see you. Great to see you, brother. DM me, as a matter of fact, Monty, because I'd love to get you on the show to talk about Amazon Live and content creation. I mean, I know you're crushing it in so many different facets. Give me your favorite 80s. Give me your favorite 80s movie in the chat. So I've been showing them. I haven't shown them Back to the Future yet. Oh my God, I got to show them Back to the Future. I loved all of them. I'm with you on that, Angie. But Kelly got it right. Spies Like Us. Dan Aykroyd and Chevy Chase, probably one of the most, yes, Chris got it. One of the most underrated 80s movies. Doctor, 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 and Doctor. I mean, I know Chevy Chase has kind of a funky reputation, and he's kind of known to be a difficult person to work with, in Hollywood. But Chevy, if you're listening, you can come on the show. Chevy, I'd love to have you come on the show because, I think your work speaks for itself. And who knows who all these people are behind. Who knows? Maybe Michael J. Fox is, crazy lunatic off camera. You never know about any of these people. And I love Spies Like Us. Too many movies. Yeah, that's right, Lewis. Too many movies. Yes, exactly, Dee Dee. Hashtag shock. How could you not like Nez Nation Live? For the love of God, what's wrong with you? But yeah, so we watched Big. We watched Big. We watched Spies Like Us. We watched RoboCop. We watched Little Monsters, Monsters, Little Monsters with Howie Mandel. And Fred Savage, which they loved. We watched The Little Unicorn. Or Something Unicorn. I don't know. It was a show. It was a movie that my wife watched. We have not watched The Princess Bride. No, we have not watched. We haven't watched Goonies yet. Holy mackerel! Good idea, Jim Fuse. We haven't watched Back to the Future. I think I tried to get him to watch Goonies, and my daughter was afraid of Chunk, or not Chunk. Who's the dude? Hey, you guys. She got afraid of that dude, so we had to turn it off. I think I did try to get them to watch Goonies. Do it, Lewis. Do it. Drop it, man. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Risky Business. I don't know if that would be good for kids, but I love Risky Business. Fantastic movie. Commando. I was raised on those Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. You know, Conan the Barbarian. Commando. Terminator. I think the first Terminator is not just a blockbuster action movie. The first Terminator is a sci-fi masterpiece. I actually like Terminator 2 as well, Judgment Day. The rest of them, forget about it. But Terminator 1 is something that I actually call Terminator a nonfiction movie. Believe it or not. I call Terminator a nonfiction movie because you know why? Because I think Skynet could happen. I think we're already kind of in the process of maybe that happening closer than we think. They watched E.T. Yes, we watched E.T. Good point. They watched E.T. Give me your top 3 favorite 80s movies. Top 3 80s movies in the chat. I'd love to hear this. Close Encounters. Okay, we tried watching Close Encounters. My wife didn't feel it was appropriate for the kids. It was a little bit scary. It's so funny because some of those 80s movies, like they got a PG-13 or PG rating, and they even had some bad words in there, you know, which is, I miss the days of not being paralyzed by political correctness. We are totally a society paralyzed by political correctness, and everything needs to be like, oh my God, don't worry about the kids. Worry about the kids. Kids are fine. The kids are fine. You're worried too much about that. Give me your top 3 80s movies. Top 3, maybe top 5. I don't think 3 is fair. Let's do top 5. Number them too if you can. I'd love to hear from you guys. Oh, Raising Arizona. Love it. Well, you know, I don't know if this is 80s or 90s. One of my favorite movies of all time. You want to talk about Nicolas Cage? I think one of the greatest performances of all time is Honeymoon in Vegas. Honeymoon in Vegas is, to me, Nicolas Cage. It's probably the greatest performance I've ever seen. I mean, and I've seen Brando, I've seen Pacino in Godfather. You know, I've seen amazing actors. Gregory Peck is one of my favorite actors. I'm telling you, that performance of Nicolas Cage in Honeymoon in Vegas is just absolutely outstanding. Oh yeah, The Never-Ending Story. So good. We watched The Never-Ending Story. My daughter loved that. Well, Matrix is not 80s, but Matrix is also... It's a good suggestion, Dee. I actually loved all 3 of them. A lot of people hated 2 and hated 3. I think number 1's the best in the Matrix series, but I actually loved the whole trilogy. I think the Wachowski brothers deserve more credit. I don't know if a lot of you guys know this, but I kind of come from a film background. I used to make 16 millimeter, 8 millimeter films in college. It was one of my first actual majors, you know, even though college, I have such a poor opinion of college as of late. Probably always have, but, you know, that's a whole other thing. Leaving Las Vegas. Whoa. Now you're getting heavy. Fantastic movie. Okay. While you guys are giving me the 80s movies, I want to get to Ahmad's question. And again, just a reminder, guys, there's a pinned questionnaire form. This is going to be the last question I'm going to take today. But there is a pinned questionnaire form in the comments below where you can ask your question, get your question. This is office hours with yours truly. I am your personal branding coach, Professor Nez. Feel free to call me Nez. All my friends call me Nez. You guys are family. You can call me Nez. We go live every Sunday. 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Please, please, please hang out with us. Come see us. Podcast listeners, I want to see you here live. Come hang out with us. You can ask me anything about the creator economy, anything about building your platform, anything about getting customers, leads, anything about building, you know, a YouTube channel, a LinkedIn profile that attracts the right recruiters and companies, anything at all about the creator economy, anything about growing your impact and income online. This is the show for you. It's like free coaching. You know, and look, I charge a premium. When I do consultations with clients, which, by the way, if you want to reach out to me, link in the description, I charge a premium, okay, because I'm the best at what I do. And so, you know, I charge a lot. I do, because I'm worth it. And so this is a great way to just get basically free group coaching. So come hang out with us, ask your question, and I will answer them. Yes, Nick Cage does rule. I love Nick Cage. I don't know how he is lately, but I loved him in the 80s and 90s. Okay, how about Face Off? Face Off with John Travolta? Holy macadamia nut, yes. Karate Kid, yes. Okay, I'm going to get to that in a second. Thank you, Dee Dee. Appreciate that. Imad says, hey, Profess, by repurposing content like Evan Carmichael, how not to get sued by multiple people after every upload. Whoa, great question. So this is a big one, and this is something I try to steer far away from, okay? I am a believer that you should always upload original content, but, like we were talking about, Evan Carmichael is like a DJ spinning all these, content records and playing them for his audience, right? Excuse me. Let me get some water. There is such a thing as fair commons use. There is such a thing as, I'm not sure, if you don't monetize the videos, if you turn monetization off on the videos, you can pretty much do whatever you want. Unless somebody, throws a copyright strike or something like that, which, I got to be honest with you. This is such a good question, Emma. This is something I know very little about. And so I want to draw upon some of our amazing audience. I'm going to be honest with you because I don't delve in that world at all. Everything I try to create is original. And I even did one reaction video on my channel, and I didn't even show the video of the video I was reacting to because I just talked about it, and I left a link in the description. I reacted to it, and I didn't show it. Now, I showed an article that I reacted to. There was a writer that wrote disparaging things about Meet Kevin and YouTubers, and I did a full reaction video to that because basically this hoity-toity, New York Times writer, total narcissist, self-absorbed New York Times writer, wrote that YouTubers are not real, media. YouTubers are not real, they're not providing any value, that they're just really taking advantage of. It was just an awful article disparaging, content creators, that content creators don't provide anything other than, content creators don't provide anything other than just almost pejorative entertainment, or lowbrow, which I think is just insane. Off the Jacks, good to see you. Fair use is very tricky. Yeah, so this is something I'm not super familiar with. And so I would definitely try, and what I'll do, Imad, is I'll try to research this a little bit more, because I think that you can do great. Obviously Evan Carmichael does it. And other creators do this all the time. They do reaction videos. I mean, I mentioned Graham Stephan. He's got, multiple millions. He's making $200,000, $300,000 a month just on AdSense revenue. A month, not a year, a month. So he's got a multiple $1 million operation there. This is something I don't know a lot about. But I do know that there is something called fair use, and I do know that if you don't monetize those videos, and here's what I will say about this. Glasses coming off. Here's what I'll say about this. I didn't monetize my channel for the longest time. I monetized in 2018, and I just did it because I felt like it was time, and if it was appropriate time. There is something of a very powerful content strategy by not monetizing your videos, especially in the beginning, perhaps, and just providing unceasing value, smothering your audience with amazing value in whatever shape or form that comes in, and building what is the ultimate leverage later on in your content creation career, building that audience, that loyal audience. Because I think a lot of people make the mistake, and I'd love to hear from you guys. I think a lot of people make the mistake of doing everything they can for short-term gains at the sacrifice of long-term gains. They want to go after that quick money when they don't realize that by letting go of the quick, cash grab, they'll actually make a lot more money in the long term, sustainable money that can last them for years and years and decades if they do it right. And so that's a very tricky question. And I would say, Sarah D says on Amazon, thank you, Sarah D, for being here. Um, Sarah D. Hawkins is, Off the Jack says, Sarah D. Hawkins is an attorney that has written a lot about fair use. Thank you so much, Off the Jacks. Sarah D. Hawkins. So I'm going to leave that in the chat so anybody can Google her. I'm sure people can. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Off the Jacks. That means a lot to me. So yeah, Imad, the easiest answer is don't monetize that video. The second thing is anytime you use somebody else's content without their consent, that can be a real big issue. So if you are going to use somebody's content, reach out to them and just say, hey, I'm doing a video. Just give them the lowdown. I'm doing a video about this or that. I'd love to use your video if it's okay with you, if I can get your permission. Make sure you get it in writing. Again, I'm not an attorney. I don't know a lot about copyright and fair use law. Research this. Do your due diligence. And it sounds like we got a great member of the community, Off the Jacks on Amazon, saying Sarah D. Hawkins is a great attorney that you can maybe look up. She has some articles on that. So I hope that's helpful. Ahmad. But I do think that there's some ways that you can do it in the short term, like I said, demonetizing or not monetizing those videos, and definitely going and trying to reach out to the creator in a private message, email, what have you, doing your best to get a hold of that creator and saying, hey, I'd like to use your content. That's just something I know works, okay? Wow, look at this list by Lewis. Oh my God, he said it. You guys, he said it. Lewis, you might just be the grand champion right now of the top 80s movies. Spaceballs is a classic masterpiece. I think Mel Brooks, anything Mel Brooks did in the 80s, History of the World Part 1, Spaceballs, Young Frankenstein, I'm sorry. Well, I think Young Frankenstein was that 80s or 70s? I can't remember. Holy macadamia nut, that's fantastic. That's a great list. Karate Kid. Okay, Indiana Jones, that's on the list. Or that's on the queue for movies I'm going to share with my kids. Star Wars. They didn't really get into Star Wars. We did Star Wars. I was kind of surprised. I thought Sammy, my son, would get into Star Wars, but he didn't get into it. He just didn't show an interest in it. They might later. I don't know. I might have to show it to him again. But they didn't really show an interest in it. They didn't show an interest in it. Too many. Yeah, they're just too many. Yeah, I totally agree. Christmas Vacation. Breakfast Club. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Now we're talking. Angie says, my husband is a musician. Finally got him to agree to record some video background guitar picking. So exciting to have original music. Now, if you're looking for music for your video, that's awesome, by the way, Angie. Fantastic. If you're looking for free music on your to use in your background of your videos, two places. Number one, the YouTube audio library is fantastic. Number two, Stream Beats by Harris Heller. Harris Heller. Yeah. Stream Beats, all free copyrighted music. I use Stream Beats for a lot of my videos. And if you just go to streambeats.com and it's all copyright free, all DMCA proof. If you don't know what a DMCA is, it's when they send you a kind of a cease and desist letter. You can get a huge blemish on your platform, your channel. But yeah, that's a great place to do it. I have your question here. Imad. Or I'm sorry, Ashton. Call me Ender. Ashton, call me Ender. You got to be here next week. I have your question. I'm going to answer your question next week. First come, first serve. If you're watching this on the replay, if you're watching this right now, if you're listening to this on the podcast, the questionnaire form is located in the show notes, in the video description, in the pinned comment, in the description of this video. Leave your question in there, and I will get to it next week. Again, if you're just tuning in, we go live every single Sunday, 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. You'd better believe I'm going to go live on Amazon, too. Amazon, you have been added to the family, thanks to Chris and Jim. make sure you click subscribe. Make sure you follow. We'd love to see you here every single Sunday we go live. I would really, really appreciate it. So I hope to see you guys here. And just again, really quickly, we've been talking a lot about content marketing. And again, as I always say, glasses off. Start with what you have. Start with what's in your back pocket. Start with your phone. Just start creating content. Go on TikTok. Go on YouTube. Create some YouTube shorts. But don't just create content for the sake of creating content. Don't just create content because everybody else is creating content. Build your content around a very specific audience. If you do that, you will see massive results. Start with the people you're serving. Do the best you can to create content that solves a very specific problem for your audience. I'm having trouble finding a home. Are you a real estate agent? Are you running a real estate business? Are you an investor? What have you? A flipper? Create content that helps solve that problem. You know what? I have no idea what to do with my money. I don't know what to, where do I leave it in the bank? Do I, invest it? What do I do? Are you somebody who understands finance? Do you have accounting skills? Do you have any kind of financial planning skill sets? Create content that helps your audience solve that problem. I really want to find a new job. I really want to, transition to a new career. I'm an executive career coach. I help my audience to earn more money, grow faster, and stress less. I create a lot of content that helps them job search. I help them build their LinkedIn brand, help them build their personal brand, help them create video resumes on TikTok, all sorts of cool things. You get the gist, okay? Whatever skill set that you have, maybe you're really good with cooking. Maybe you're the ultimate, fitness, health, and wellness expert. You have certificates, or you just have done your due diligence and you have really transformed your life health-wise, physically-wise, mentally-wise, what have you. There's a way you can build a business around that if you start with the audience. People want to get in shape. People want to look better. People want to feel better. Create content that delivers a solution to that audience. Are you somebody who has amazing tech skills? Are you somebody who's good at understanding technology, good at understanding specific technology, laptops, smartphones, headphones? My man El Jefe has built an entire brand and business. Most of you guys know Jeff around smart buds, smart headphones, etc. Mr. Camera Junkie, Lewis, who's one of our main mods in the house right now, he's built an amazing brand helping people with their camera issues. It's all about solving that problem. Oh, look who's here. Tom, you're late. Good to see you, Tom. Tom is in the house right before we're about to end. Good to see you, Tom. How are you? Akibul, I hope I'm saying that right. I apologize. Akibul Video, great to see you. Rich Graham in the house. Good to see you, Rich. How are you? Oh, yeah. I think John Hughes is like the Fellini of the modern era. He's like, John Hughes is amazing. He's still underrated as a filmmaker. I love him. Blues Brothers. Yes. We were talking about 80s movies earlier if you're just joining us. Tom says, what are your thoughts on what Jake Paul is doing with his brand? Does it make sense to you? You know what? He's absolutely changing the game of boxing, I'll tell you that much. Him and his brother are bringing a whole new dynamic to the game of boxing. And I can't quite figure out if it's something that they're doing because they really love it or if it's something that they're doing because, I don't know. I think influencer marketing is a real thing. There's a part of me that almost feels like boxing has been struggling big time, especially with the rise of MMA and the UFC. And who knows, maybe this is boxing's way of doing influencer marketing. I don't know, but I think when you're that established and you've got that kind of a following, I think that as long as you're being transparent with your audience and as long as you are guiding them in your own pursuits, I mean, I think they're the perfect example of leveraging the ultimate thing, which is audience. And that's why I was saying earlier, Tom, which I think you'll appreciate, is if you're just in this for money if you're just thinking and chasing the money and you're listening to all these fake gurus telling you that all you need to do is buy their course or all you need to do is opt into their, their group coaching or their webinar or what have you, and you're going to buy a yacht tomorrow, you're living in a fantasy land, right? I mean, Jake Paul, the Paul brothers have been building their audience and brand for the last decade or so, if not longer. And they create massive amounts of content. And so, what they're doing with their brand, it's really interesting. It's really exciting. And I think that, it's funny because they're getting like zero respect from Dana White. They're getting I kind of like the fact that they're pissing off Dana White. You can tell every time they ask Dana White, he just gets so fumed. It's just a bunch of BS. It's a bunch of kids trying to be in a man's world or whatever. I don't know. I have a lot of respect for the Paul brothers. I think they're amazing content creators and amazing in their own right as far as branding goes. And you know what? It's obviously working. I mean, they're not only making a crap ton of money, but they're also disrupting a very, very stale vertical, I think, which is boxing. I mean, boxing, UFC has taken over, right? I mean, who even cares about boxing anymore? I don't know anybody who really cares about boxing anymore. And so I think there's going to be a case in point. You know what? I'll be honest with you, Ahmad. I don't really watch it regularly. I'm not really a big fan of it, but I do watch. I think there is artistry there. Khabib is an artist. I think the stuff that I love Conor's brashness, and I love Conor's bravado. It's entertaining. It's fun. It is what it is. But you know what? They're bringing life to a marketplace that was dying. And mark my words. I'll be the first to say this, and then I have to sign off, guys. Mark my words. I truly believe that Dana White is going to eventually have to understand that this thing called the internet is a real deal, and influencers are the key to building, growing, expanding for any business. I don't care how big you are. I don't care how small you are. I don't care how, whatever kind of business you run. Doesn't matter what niche you're in, what vertical you're in. The point of the whole, it all comes down to this, is audience. When I do brand deals with companies, I'm sure you guys will agree, Tom, who's got an amazing brand, Tom can speak to this too. They don't care if I'm passionate. They don't care if I'm, how cool I think I am, or they don't care about my credentials. They don't care about what I've done in the past. All they care about is, okay, what's your audience? Is your audience aligned with our products and services? It's a business. And so boxing, especially Showtime has done an amazing job. I know they fight today. Showtime has done an amazing job of tapping into influencer marketing. It's influencer marketing to the tilt. That's what it is. And, if you can build your audience and you can really, that's what this whole show is about, right? Content marketing, building an audience that's loyal to you through your content. That's how Jake and Logan did it, right? It started on Vine, I think, Snapchat maybe. Then they went to YouTube and crushed YouTube. I even think that series that he did with Shane Dawson, it's all branding. I mean, it's all branding. Everything is very calculated and deliberate. Does Jake Paul really love boxing? I don't know. It seems like he does. Does Logan Paul really love boxing? I don't know. I'm not sure. But I do know that paycheck was hefty. We're not talking 7 figures. We're talking 8 figures. That paycheck was hefty. And so it's the same thing. I want all of us, okay? I want all of us to be able to sustain ourselves, be able to do what we feel we can do best, which is creating content, creating value for an audience in this thing called the creator economy. And, they're at a whole nother level of doing it. They've been doing it for a long time. They've built a vast audience, but it's the same for us. We have to build that audience. The audience is the leverage. You want to make more money. You want more brand deals. You want to build and grow your thought leadership and influence. Well, you have to actually, here's the thing. If you want to make money online, it comes down to one thing. You have to help people, period. Because you're not going to grow an audience if you don't help them. You're not going to just grow an audience. Even if let's say you're a villain and you're not even monetizing. You're just doing it for kicks and giggles, or you're just spreading hate There's a lot of people out there who like that. Like I said, there's 7 point. I mean, I wouldn't say that's the smartest way to build a brand, but there's a lot of people out there who like that. And so, yeah, very, very important. I want to say thank you so much to everybody who joined today. I want to say thank you. I want to I got a lisp now. I can't talk. I want to say thank you to all the amazing mods. I really, really appreciate it. We've been talking about content marketing. We've been talking about Amazon Live over the last couple of weeks. I'm going to sign off on Amazon Live. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. Tune in each week, and I'll really appreciate it. And I also just want to say to you guys, Nez Nation, it's been an absolute pleasure. It's been an absolute joy being here with you. And if you're interested in all the things that we discussed, and you want to learn more, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like the video. Share this out with somebody you know. Check out our podcast too. And don't forget to go check out, if you're interested, hey, Nez, I would like to up maybe my audio game. I would like to look into some interesting ways that I can add a little more professionalism, add a little more pristineness to my content, my videos, my audio, my podcast, my whatever it is. Go check out our this is my Amazon storefront, amazon.com/shop/Professor Nez. There is a link in the description too. Make sure you go check that out because all of those products I vouch for personally, and they're all affordable. I really wanted to make it a point that all the products that I recommend are not going to break the bank, okay? And so I'd really, really appreciate that. As always, much love to everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Nalula. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Lewis, Imad, Jonathan, Tom Nash in the house. Good to see you always. There's so many people. Thank you, Rich. Thank you, Chris and Jim on Amazon. Thank you, everybody. I really, really appreciate it. And on behalf of the entire Nez Nation audience, it is I, your personal branding coach, saying I'll see you guys next week. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Have a great rest of your Sunday, and I'll see you guys soon. Thank you, Nez Nation. I love you.